You know that feeling? The one you get late at night when a floorboard creaks upstairs and you're sure you're the only one home. You write it off as the house settling, as the wind, as your imagination. But what you don't realize is that for every 1,000 times it's nothing, there's one time it's me, and I'm already inside. There's an art to this, a delicate, beautiful, and utterly consuming art. It's not the brute force savagery you see in movies, the clumsy, screaming chaos of a madman with a knife. That's for amateurs. That's for the weak-willed and the desperate. What I do is a symphony of patience, a masterclass in observation, a complete and total dissolution of another person's reality, their life, their safety, their very identity. It all becomes a canvas, and I am the artist, painting with strokes of fear and control. It starts with a feeling, a low hum in the back of my skull, a hunger that gnaws at the edges of my sanity. It's not constant. I can go months, sometimes close to a year, living what you would call a normal life. I have a job, a boring, soul-crushing IT support role where I reset passwords for people who can't be bothered to remember their own mother's maiden name. I have an apartment, clean and sparse. I pay my bills on time. I nod to my neighbors. I am a ghost in the machine of society, utterly forgettable. And that's the point. The wolf looks nothing like a wolf when it's wrapped in sheep's clothing. When the hum starts, I know it's time to hunt. But I don't just pick someone. That's messy. That's random. Art requires a subject. It requires inspiration. So I watch. I go to cafes, parks, grocery stores. I sit on benches and melt into the background. A man on his phone, another corporate drone killing time. And I watch the herds of you, moving through your lives with a blissful, infuriating ignorance. You talk too loudly on your phones. You post pictures of your meals, your vacations, your front door keys lying on the counter next to your mail. You broadcast your entire existence to the world, assuming the only ones listening are the ones who love you. You are so wrong. I have rules. No one with kids. That's a complication I don't need. It's messy, unpredictable, and frankly, the art is about the individual, a singular focus. No one with a large dog, again, a variable that introduces unnecessary risk. No one who lives in a tightly packed apartment complex with thin walls and nosy neighbors. I need privacy. I need silence. The silence is part of the experience. I saw her on a Tuesday. Her name was Amelia. I didn't know it at the time, of course. To me, she was just the one. She was sitting in a coffee shop, sketching in a notebook. She had dark hair tied up in a messy bun, headphones on, completely lost in her own world. But it was the way she lived in that world that caught my attention. She was isolated but not lonely. She moved with a quiet confidence, a self-contained energy. She was a challenge, a beautiful, pristine canvas. The first stage is passive observation, learning the rhythm of her life. It took me a week to get her name, Amelia Vance, a graphic designer for a small marketing firm. I found her through the company's website, which led me to her professional portfolio, which led me to her personal social media. Her profiles were private. Good. She had a sense of caution. But caution is just a lock waiting for the right key. Her digital footprint was small, but it was there. She was tagged in photos by friends, a birthday party a few months back, a weekend trip to the coast. From the names of her friends, I built a